Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening. For me, it's good morning, just trying to cover all bases. My name is Yaneli Fernandez. I'm with Fast Action Realty. I am the real estate broker for Fast Action. I'm just here today for educational purposes, just to kind of show you a little bit more of what your MLS can do for you. If you are a real estate professional and you are part of a local board, in this case, I'm part of NABOR, which is Matrix, if you see here on the left-hand side. You will have access to local listings, local comps, local sales. However, if you have a customer out of the area or you have an agent out of the area that's promoting local listings, which happens, it does go both ways, then I'm going to show you quickly how you can access those listings. One of the first things that I do when a customer says, oh, I found this property on the internet and I would like to look at it, is tell them, send me a screenshot of what you see. So sometimes it does have an MLS number. In our case, if it has a letter in front of the number, that means it's not on the local MLS. Then that takes you to your next step, which is MLS Advantage. So if you go here where it says external links, there's a whole lot of things that our board provides. You go down here to where it says MLS Advantage. Okay, this is to access any listing on an MLS throughout Florida, not on your local MLS. Now, disclaimer in advance, it does not have full MLS data. It is limited MLS data, but it gives you the most important things and the basics, okay? So let's just say you do Google this property address, or your customer sends you a screenshot and it happens to have an MLS number with a letter in front of it. All you would have to do is click here where it says MLS ID and put, let's just say, this MLS number, given that it was provided, and you hit search. Here you will find the MLS in question. So if, it does give you limited information, as it tells you here, it is part of the Miami MLS board. So if you happen to have Miami MLS, then you just go find it on the Miami MLS for additional data. Now, if you don't and you just have this data, you can click on the address and it will give you more additional pictures. It will give you brief information about the property, legal description, limited information that's on the MLS, the zoning, parcel ID number. If you're trying to contact the listing agent for additional information or questions, it would be under listing details. In this case, it gives you like the showing instructions, it's owner occupied, 24-hour notice is required, and what type of access does it have. If it was sold previously, important down here, I have found that in the listing information, it's not always necessarily the listing agent who's on here. Sometimes it's the broker of the firm. That's not a big problem. All you have to do is call and they will route you to the right agent. Now, it is accurate sometimes. I'm just saying it. I have found that it's not accurate sometimes. So, just basic information. In this case, there's no tax details. Sometimes there is, map or directions, where it is, where it's located. Now, if you want to send this to a customer, all you have to do is click here where it says add to report. Let's say you go through a list. We're going to go back and hit back to search. And instead of just looking for this one, we're going to look up. See, now it's hard just to choose an address because, let's see, I don't know the city, or it does require you to put in the zip code. So 34741. I don't remember. Yeah, it makes you add the status as well. So if you're thinking of just looking for comps, let's say, and you want to include all of these, you can. If you're just looking for active listings for a customer of yours, then all you have to do is keep the active selected. And this is how easy you can put it. Now, make sure here on the property type, you're actually putting the correct property type. If it's vacant land and that's all you want, then hit vacant land and delete the single family. If it's just single family, then do that. If it's a rental, then do that. So make sure you're clicking here so you don't get too many results. So we're just going to do 1 mile just to kind of show you how to work this. So let's just say you click, you've already been through these MLS data, and you say, okay, I like this one. Let's add this one, and this one to the report. Okay. Up here, if you've noticed, the one I did earlier is in there and the 3 I just did. So you go to report queue and you say create report. And now there's 2 different things that I do here. You can send this, see where it says customer report and licensee report. The customer report is designed specifically, I apologize, is specifically for the customer. So it does not have commission. It does not have listing agent information. It does not have, there's a lot of information that realtors see that buyers do not. So if that's what you would like to send them, then you can choose one of these reports, go through them and play with it and see what each one does. What I usually do is I email a report or print a PDF copy and then email the report to them. And this is for your customer. Now for you, it's kind of the same thing. All you have to do is either email report or view report. And then from there, I'm sure you guys can figure out, how to proceed. Now, it took me a long time to figure this out, but if you want to go back, okay, and add more to the report, or maybe you're done and you're like, okay, let's start all over. You can remove all from the report. If you want to go back and add more, you can. All you have to do is go back, and if you do it any other way, it will not work. It deletes them. So let's say you want to add this one. You add the report, and then the queue turned into 5. Now, in your regular MLS, you are able to add a customer to automatic emails. So if a new listing with that criteria comes out, it emails it to them. I don't think you can do it on here. I am not sure. If you guys figure it out, please do tell me. But as far as I know, you actually manually have to send these reports and these listings to your customers. So this is basically the ins and outs that I use for the MLS. The only other thing I use here for the MLS Advantage is the map. So for example, if somebody tells you, oh, I want to be on the water, and I haven't found a way to say water access on here, like I said, if you find it, please do tell. So what I usually do is I go to map results and I hone into the water areas. Or if they want to be close to something, what if they say I want to be part of this specific water area? Then you zoom in down here, you can move the map, you can change the map kind to satellite or just a regular map. It depends on your preference. And then here you can say, oh, okay, this is active, I want to add that to the report. This is active, I want to add that to the report. And then if you can choose to go back again to your list results, and if you see, it keeps adding to the report. Okay, so let's just remove them all from the report. Basically, you remove all, and you're back to square one. Okay, if you want to go back to the search, you can either hit search up here or do start a new search. That's the main thing I've done on MLS Advantage. I'm sure there's 100 other things you can do on here. What I've used it for, this is what I've done with it. So I hope and pray that this was of assistance to you. If you want me to teach you a little bit more on like how to use this portion of it, let me know and I'll do another video. It's self-explanatory. If you want to go back a year, you just, you end it today and you started a year ago, or acreage or things like that. So I hope this was helpful, and I hope that you can learn from this. Thank you very much for being with us today, and have a wonderful, wonderful day. Again, my name is Yaneli Fernandez. Don't forget to subscribe to our videos for more educational videos. Have a good one.